So now we're going to move into service design. Have you given any thought to when you want to take your exam?
Um, I guess what are my options?
So I was informed that a member of Sprintzeal's team would contact you to see when you want to take it and set up the exam for you. So I don't know who's your point of contact there.
I've been working with Steve.
Okay, so I would just email Steve and ask him how soon you could take it, if you were interested in taking it right after, or if you had a specific day you want to take it, so that he could set it up for you.
Okay. Um, I guess I'm feeling pretty good about the material, so I think I'd like to take it sooner rather than later.
Understood.
Yeah, would you agree with that? Like, does it?
Yes, yes, I do. Um, Typically, right after. Um, Sometimes with the 2 day courses, it's hard because you get so much information. I would say, at some point this week. So even if we get through today and tomorrow, and then you say, okay, well, Wednesday, I want to take it just so that I can, do a little self-study and review on my own. And then, you could take it like Wednesday or Thursday. But after a while, like if you try to go back to work and then put it off, it's all going to become a blur.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna lead towards Wednesday, probably Wednesday morning. Okay, I'll email Steve after today's session and let him know.
Okay, great. Great, great, great. So, overview and strategy this morning. We need to talk about service design, service transition, service operation, and continuous service improvement, and then a few other things. So, my goal this afternoon is to get through all of service design and at least half of service transition. And then tomorrow we can start with service operation in the morning and CSI. We can take a mock exam, get through the mock exam, and then come back and talk about technology and a few other things, and then do another review tomorrow before we close out.
Okay, I think that sounds perfect.
Okay, excellent. So, moving directly into service design, which is one of the life cycle phases. Objectives of service design is to design services to satisfy business objectives based on the quality, compliance, risk, and security requirements. Um, I would highlight or focus here on delivering more effective and efficient IT services. So it's one of the core objectives of service design. And coordinating all design activities for IT services to ensure consistency and business focus.
Okay, so is this going to get into the kind of the efficiency of the architecture?
Somewhat. It's going to provide principles. It's not going to be too specific, but it's going to provide principles of service design.
Perfect. Okay.
This last bullet, coordinating all design activities for IT services to ensure consistency and business focus. So it's important to note here that services are designed in service design. They're not designed in service strategy. They are not designed in release and deployment. They have their own life cycle, and therefore they have their own processes that they follow. And it'll make sense once we kind of go through a little bit more. Business value, service design.
Oh, I think the slide needs to change.
Okay, what slide do you see now?
Module 3, service design.
How did that happen? What do you see now?
Service design, 5 major areas.
Okay, great. So there are 5 major areas of service design. The service design, portfolio design, And earlier we talked about the service portfolio. And as a recap, what three things are included in the service portfolio?
Three things in the service portfolio.
I'll give you one, the service catalog.
Oh, I'm drawing a blank on this one.
That's okay. So service pipeline, those are all the things that are in the pipeline, the services that you're considering.
And retired.
Yes. Service
There we go.
catalog and then your retired services. Yes.
Okay, and that is the service pipeline.
Yes.
Okay. Put catalog that one in my brain next to the marketing funnel, a thing that like goes down.
Okay. Understood. So if we think about the service portfolio, which is in strategy, service design actually designs and builds out all of those services, all of those things that you list in your service portfolio. So in service design, we design all of those elements of the services. Identification of business requirements, definition of service requirements, and design of services. Third area, technology and architectural design. Fourth, process design, and then 5, measurement design. So note that anything that's dealing with designing the service, it's going to happen in service design. So in strategy, we have the concept, we have the high-level vision, we have the IT governance, we do our business case, we have a business impact analysis that's performed. But in service design, we take all of those facets of the services that were outlined in our portfolio, and we start to build out the business requirements, the definition of the service requirements, the technology that'll be used and what that technology is going to look like, the process design, and we also design what will be measured. So it's a very, very different concept from what's actually practiced in the real world.
Got it.
So measurement design specifically is very, very important because if you can't measure it, you can't manage it. So our measurement design includes 4 types of metrics. You will absolutely need to know these 4 types of metrics. The first is progress metrics, milestones and deliverables and the capability of the process. So progress. When we talk about the milestones and deliverables within our process, those things should be built in. So oftentimes companies or organizations establish milestone reviews to understand, okay, based on our kickoff, a certain amount of time has lapsed. Where are we in the process? How much progression have we seen from our last review or from our baseline? What type of deliverables have we met so far? And so the first type of metric is your progress and measures the progress of the process itself. The second is compliance. It's compliance of the process to governance requirements, regulatory requirements, and compliance of people to use the process. So for instance, if you have a process that your IT staff will be trained annually on your organizational set of process. Is that being done? Is that being followed? If you have PMPs, they need to maintain a certain number of PDUs in order to keep their certification. Is that being followed? So these are all your compliance and regulatory requirements that you would need to measure. Effectiveness, which is the accuracy and correctness of the process and its ability to deliver the right result. So effectiveness is concerned with delivering the right result. And efficiency, on the other hand, It's the productivity of the process, its speed, throughput, and resource utilization. So it's absolutely possible to be very effective, but not efficient. And oftentimes we see that with organizations where we've ultimately delivered what the client wanted, but the way that we got there was chaotic. The way that we got there was two people working overnight on the weekends for 2 weeks straight, and they saved the day. Which is important, which is why it's important to measure both effectiveness and efficiencies.